Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Is it a masterpiece? Is it great? Is it good? Is it okay? Is it bad? Or is it really bad? Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? My name is Blade. This is my very first video game review on my channel. I always wanted to do these, but I never really had a chance, or I never really thought of doing it. So since I just played Gears of War Ultimate Edition, there's like 13 videos on my channel if you want to check it out. Fresh in my mind, I decided to do a quick review on it. I'm not this crazy reviewer that's like going to be 10 minutes long or anything. Just quick thoughts, quick pros and cons about the game, and if I liked it or not. And bottom line, I loved it. I really, really loved the game. I played Gears of War before. I played all three of them back on the 360. But it's been however long they've been out since I played it. Especially Gears of War, the first one. The Gears of War, the first one came out 2006, and it was probably around 2007 when I played it. So, 8 years ago since I played it. And I remember it didn't look this good. The remaster is amazing, but I forgot a little bit of the story and a little bit what happens. I remembered a couple things, but overall it was pretty much a brand new game for me. If you're not sure what Gears of War is, you're seeing it right now. It's a third-person shooter that is unlike any game that I have ever played. I don't think there's a game out there like this. Most games are first-person shooters or RPG styles. This is a third-person shooter. You saw people just like that right in half, and then you die a lot as well. But it's just a bloody, manly, gruesome, gritty game that's in third person, and it is really, really fun. And like I said, I've never played anything like it, and learning the mechanics and things is something new. Especially, since I haven't played in a while, and I've been through all these first-person shooters like Halo and Call of Duty, going back to this was really, really a new thing. And you play as Marcus Phoenix, and he's a soldier in the Coalition. And basically, the world is getting taken over by these, reptilian monsters. They're called the Locust Horde. And basically, you're just out doing acts, doing missions, to get rid of them and kill them all. And you have friends with you like Dom. Dom is mostly the guy that's with you all the time. And you meet up with a couple more guys, Bird and Cole. And you just do some badass manly stuff to these guys. So let's talk about the pros and cons about this game. I'm going to start with the cons first. There are a couple things in this game that, well, I guess they're big enough for me to bring up. First con is the AI. The AI for the enemies is okay, it's decent, but the really bad part is the AI of your teammates, especially Dom. Sometimes he just walks into the line of fire without even defending himself, and then he dies. Or he goes down, I have to go pick him up. Or he'll run into the line of fire and don't do anything, just stand there, and somehow don't die. Or sometimes he gets in the way of things where I can't get by, I can't finish the mission. There's one point in the game where I walked into a room, searched the room, nothing was in it, so I was trying to leave, and he was standing in the doorway. And these guys are big, huge guys anyway, so they take up the whole door, and I can't get by. I try to shoot him, I try to throw grenades at him, I try to regroup the team, and there was nothing I could do to get him out of the way, so I had to pause the game and go back to the last checkpoint. So it's things like that where they just get in the way of things, and they're not smart enough to move out of the way, and it was really a problem a few times, in the game. A lot of times they work fine. They're sawing people in half, they're getting your back, things like that, and that's fine. But there were a couple times where it really, really got annoying. And the other con I have is the overuse of the A button. I know that sounds weird, but the A button is used a lot in this game, and I think it's overused. It makes you sprint, it makes you dive forward, do a little tuck and roll. You can also go left and right and back with it. It makes you duck behind walls. It makes you take cover behind walls. All these things that it does, and sometimes when you're trying to pull off one of those moves with the A button, the game thinks you're trying to do something else. Like sometimes I'll try to sprint out of the way and it'll make me duck behind the wall, and then I die because I'm right in the line of fire. Sometimes I want to duck behind the wall and it jumps forward and I stand right back up and get shot in the face. So things like that, it just really, really overuse. Also, when you're up against the wall, to get off the wall, you have to press A. And sometimes it makes you sprint and jump and these things like this that shouldn't be this hard to control. Sure, it might be, 2006, this new type of 3D shooter mechanics that I don't think when they remastered the game they really focused on the controls that much. They were focusing on making the game look 10 times better, and it does. But you can feel the old school controls kind of getting in the way, and sometimes it does mess you up a lot. I don't think the Y button is used at all in the game. I really don't remember pressing the Y button at all. So if they could have made the Y button, duck behind the wall, and then the A button, jump and sprint, and I really don't think the B button is used a lot. The X button is used to pick up things and kick doors open. That's great. But the Y, B, and A button, you could have used them for more things and just all keeping it at, the A button. So those are just my thoughts on that. And the pros for this game, it's just overwhelming how good this game is. This game is super fun, despite those cons where, the controls you gotta get used to and the AI is kind of dumb. It is a very, very fun game. It is action-packed. It is gritty, dark, bloody, violent, manly. This is a straight-up a man's game. And the third-person aspect of it is really, really cool. All missions were fun. I wasn't bored at all. Every time I wanted to play, I wanted just to continue on to the next mission to see what happens. The guys in the game are funny. Marcus is awesome. It's just, they're really, you can tell they're really, really good friends, and they're cracking jokes and things. It's just a really, really cool environment to play in, and I absolutely loved it. So I was thinking of ways how to rate video games, and I really like the decimal aspect of it. For example, 1 is just terrible, and then 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, all the way up to 10. And also next to that, I would like to put in a word for it. For example, 10 will be a masterpiece, and then it's great, and then it's good, then it's okay, then it's bad, and then it's very bad, which is the 1. And I give this game an 8.5. I really think the game is really, really good. 8.5 falls under a great for me. If the AI was a little bit better, and if the controls were a little bit better, it would definitely be a 9, maybe a 9.5. But overall, great, great, amazing game. I love the darkness and manliness of this game. If you have an Xbox One, if you have an Xbox 360, you should have gotten this game. It's definitely a game to have. And the remastered version, this Ultimate Edition version, is only $40. A $40 remaster, and it looks great. You can spend $60, I believe, if you play a lot of the online multiplayer, get some skins and all that. But the bottom line, it's $40 for an amazing game. So again, 8.5 out of 10. Great game. I loved it. Thank you so much for watching my very first game review. Let me know what you think. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down and tell me why you didn't like it. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.